How's it going, folks? Welcome to KX on the Go. I'm Tyler Flipson. Now, Bismarck firefighters are investigating a warehouse fire that happened Wednesday morning. Fire crews say it happened in the 1500 block of Centennial Avenue just after 1 yesterday morning. Crews found the roof partially collapsed and heavy smoke coming from the building. So far, firefighters aren't saying how the fire started. North Dakota Health and Human Services is reporting more cases of measles across the state. The department says the total number of cases is 17 right now, just this year. 11 of those cases are in people 19 years old and younger, including 6 children under the age of 5. Here's a breakdown of the counties. Williams County has 1, Pembina County has 15, and Walsh has 1. Health officials continue encouraging residents to stay informed about what to do if you're exposed. Now this week, city leaders in Oliver County are meeting to discuss the future of a data center with plans to be built between Center and Hanover. Applied Digital is the company looking to build the facility. The agreement would include buying around 1,000 acres at the price of $20,000 an acre. This company already has received approval to build a data center in Ellendale. They will need final approval from Oliver County Commission to begin construction. The commission will be meeting again tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Memorial Civic Center. Good morning, Andre.
And good morning to you too, Tyler. And looking here at Lake Metigoshe, we are starting off our day with those partly cloudy conditions and a temperature of 14 degrees, and the winds are out of the west-northwest at 9 miles per hour. Now looking ahead, folks, we are going to be watching for those breezy to windy conditions, especially out towards the west today, and we will be seeing a warmer day in store for us for our Thursday. And then we got some changes coming on the way here pretty soon. Now, as we go into our current storm team radar right now, we are watching those mainly clear to partly cloudy conditions, and these clouds are just going to continue to stream its way towards the south and east over time. But otherwise, our temperatures right now are mainly in the teens, 20s, and 30s this morning. So looking to be on the cool to mild side this morning, but warmer than what we were seeing this time yesterday for sure, especially in our north and eastern counties. Now, as far as our winds, they are out of the west, about 5 to 15 miles per hour, so nothing too crazy, and even near 20 miles per hour there in Sydney there. But as far as what's driving this is that we have this area of high pressure that is situated to our south and east here, and that's going to continue to funnel in that westerly flow throughout the day today, and thus bringing us that warmer air here across our viewing area. Now looking at our wind gusts throughout the day today, we will be seeing those wind gusts as high as around 30 to 40 miles per hour at times in our western tier counties, so just make sure that you're driving slow, and also make sure that you just pick up some loose objects that you may have outside. And once we get into this evening, we will see wind gusts dying down to around 20 to 30 miles per hour. But as far as our highs for today, climbing up into the 40s, and even a few isolated 30s and 50s are quite possible, but still above average for this time of year. Feeling spring-like out there, folks, so really enjoy that while you can. Today's going to be a perfect day to fly a kite. Go ahead and do that. Once we get into tonight, temperatures will drop down into the 20s and the 30s here, and then we are going to be watching for the potential of maybe some snowfall late Friday into Saturday due to a cold front and a developing area low pressure on the tail end of it, and that is going to allow for us to see that snowfall start to develop around our late Friday afternoon into the evening hours in our southwestern counties, and then moving potentially into our central counties potentially, and this is where we could see maybe some locally heavier snow bands developing, and this is where we could also see the greatest amount of accumulations for the snowfall. Light accumulations are quite possible for right now, and we will continue to keep you posted here on the KX Storm Team, and this snowfall could potentially last into our Saturday afternoon, so that's something to keep in mind if you have any plans. Now looking here in Williston, we will see temperatures drop down into the 30s on Friday, and then teens as we head into our Saturday. But once we get into our Sunday and into early to mid next week, temperatures will bounce back up into the 30s and the 40s, so it's going to be feeling quite nice. And here in Dickinson, we're also going to be seeing the decline in temperatures for our Friday into the 30s, and then 20s as we head into our Saturday. And then once we get into our Sunday, temperatures will be in the low 30s, and then we will see those temperatures climb back up into the 40s and 50s into next week as we start out the month of March, and then 40s for the Magic City today, 30s for our Friday, and then once we get into our Saturday, we'll see those teens around around here. And then once we get into later portions of the weekend into next week, we will see a quick increase in temperatures into the 40s by Monday. And that same thing goes here in the capital city too. So today, Tyler, go outside. It's a little breezy, but overall looking to be a pretty nice day.
Awesome. Thank you, Andre. A lot to look forward to. And thank you so much for watching KX on the Go. I'm Tyler Flipson. Let's have a day, folks.